Hey everyone, and welcome. You've probably heard the term SIP thrown around, right? Systematic Investment Plan. You might have wondered, is that for me? Well, today we're going to break down exactly what it is and how this super simple but powerful tool can help you start building wealth one small step at a time. So first things first, let's tackle the one big question that honestly holds so many people back. Do you really need a huge pile of cash to even start thinking about investing? It's such a common misconception. And trust me, the real answer might just surprise you. So in this explainer, here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about that first big hurdle to investing. Then, we'll get right into what an SIP actually is. We'll uncover its amazing advantages, look at where you can invest using one, and finally, we'll see how it all fits into your own personal wealth journey. You know, the biggest challenge for most beginners is just that feeling, that nagging thought that you need to be rich to start investing. But that's a myth, and we are about to bust it wide open. The reality is, building wealth isn't about how much money you have in the bank right now. Not at all. It's all about creating a consistent habit of saving and investing. And that right there is exactly where our main topic for today comes into play. So this brings us to the SIP. Think of it as your own personal automated investing tool designed to solve that exact problem. It's what makes investing accessible to literally everyone, no matter how much you have to start with. In really simple terms, an SIP just lets you invest a small, fixed amount of money automatically at regular intervals, usually every month. It's kind of like a recurring payment, but instead of paying a bill, you're paying your future self. Pretty cool, right? A fantastic way to think about this is like watering a plant. You don't just dump a giant bucket of water on it once and then walk away, right? Nope. You give it a little bit consistently. And over time, those small, steady efforts lead to incredible growth. SIPs work on that exact same principle. And setting one up is incredibly straightforward. I mean, look at this. You just pick an amount you're comfortable with, and sometimes that can be as low as a few hundred rupees. You choose a fund, you pick a date each month, and you automate the whole thing. It's the definition of a set-it-and-forget-it approach to investing. Okay, so we know what it is, but why is it so effective? This is where we get into what I like to call the superpowers of an SIP. These are the real reasons it's such a favorite for long-term investors. It really comes down to three core benefits. The first one is pretty obvious. It automates your savings, which builds incredible financial discipline. But the other two, compounding and rupee cost averaging, that's where the real magic happens. Let's start with rupee cost averaging. I know, it sounds super complex, but it's a brilliant, simple concept. By investing the exact same amount of money each month, you naturally end up buying more units when the price is low and fewer units when the price is high. This automatically averages out your purchase cost and totally removes the stress of trying to time the market. This table here illustrates the point perfectly. Just look, with that fixed 1,000 rupee investment, you bought 125 units when the price dropped to 8 rupees in February. But when it went up to 12, you bought fewer. And the result? Just look at the bottom. Your average cost per unit is only $9.75. You're getting more for your money without even having to think about it. Now for the second superpower, compounding. Albert Einstein famously called it the eighth wonder of the world, and for a very good reason. It's that powerful process where your investment returns start earning their own returns. It's a snowball effect for your money. And the numbers? Well, the numbers are what make this so mind-blowing. Investing just 5,000 rupee a month, assuming an average of 12% growth per year, could become a staggering 50 lakhs in 20 years. Now think about that for a second. Your total investment is only 12 lakhs. The rest? That's the magic of your money making more money. So the concept is clear, the benefits are huge, but where exactly does your money go when you start an SIP? Okay, let's explore the options. It's really important to remember that an SIP is a method, not a product. You use this method to invest in different things. The most popular choice, by far, is mutual funds. Now, these come in different flavors. You've got equity funds that invest in stocks for higher growth, debt funds that focus on more stable investments, and hybrid funds that are just a mix of both. You can also use SIPs for something called exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. So, what's the quick difference? Well, as the slide shows, mutual funds are often actively managed, meaning a professional is trying to beat the market, and their price is set just once a day. ETFs, on the other hand, are typically passively managed. They just track an index like the Nifty 50, and their price changes all day long, just like a stock. Both are absolutely great options for an SIP. And this brings us to our final and maybe our most important section. Let's tie all of this together and see how an SIP isn't just a financial plan, it's the foundation of a real wealth-building habit. Because at the end of the day, the crucial point is this. The true genius of the SIP isn't hidden in some complex financial chart. It's in its sheer simplicity. It takes all the emotion and the guesswork out of investing and transforms it into this quiet, consistent, and totally automated habit. So to sum it all up, this chart here gives us a great snapshot of an SIP's power. As you can see, a huge part of its success, a full 40%, is simply building that discipline. The other parts are just harnessing the power of averaging to smooth out all those market bumps and letting the magic of compounding do all the heavy lifting for you over the long term. And that's our explainer on systematic investment plans. It really is a simple, accessible path for anyone to turn small, regular contributions into significant wealth over time. So I guess the only question left to ask is, are you ready to turn your financial goals into a habit?